day 2 of the weekend. Saturday, 9:20. One of the things that wasn't captured in yesterday's vlog, so I just started DJing, gigging, whatever, and then one of the band members put me out. All the power went. Now, it wasn't deliberate, I think. Now, I know it wasn't deliberate because he was genuinely apologetic, but still, he looked like an idiot. So we got blue skies with white, grey, oh god, there's grey, very dark clouds over there. Of course, standing in the queue, I decided to have a sip of coffee and hadn't put the lid on properly, so it spilt down my shirt. Luckily enough, I have a spare shirt in the back, so we might change into that later on. It might dry out. Just landed at the bride's house, starting to rain. Irish weather, Irish weather. Oh, there's the Child of Prague. I'm not relaxing now, I'm shooting this.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not relaxing, I'm shooting.
Yeah, he is.
Will you stop moving the camera? Right. This is what happens when you give a photographer your camera.
Come here, Mick, what are you vlogging about?
Me. Because I was so self-centered. It's all about me. 11:45, bride has just headed upstairs to get her dress on. We'll get into the room now in a couple of minutes once she feels comfortable. Ceremony's at 1 o'clock, so we've plenty of time. We're only about 5 minutes from the ceremony itself, which is great. So the bride is all ready to go. It's, according to the clock there, it's 25 to 3. We've missed the wedding. What time is it?
It is 12:17.
12:17. So that's the bride's house done. It's 12:30, heading to the church now. The bride looks fabulous, everybody looks fabulous. It's a wedding, it's great, I love weddings. So yeah, so she's only about 5 minutes from the church today. It's only up the road, so that's where we're heading. Look at this thing. Nice wedding car. Wow. We're going to pop in now and see Brian, make sure everything is set up, I'm sure it is. And then we'll go through the ceremony. Family shots done now and get them out of the way. Otherwise, if we try to get the family shots done at Collooney Castle, the families it'll be too difficult. They split up, they go in all corners of the place, and it's just too difficult to gather everybody around. So this is much easier when you do the family shots at the church.
What you doing?
Family shots are done. Bride and groom are going back to the house just to get one shot with the bride's dogs. I'm going to follow Brian now onto the hotel. It's like Groundhog Day really, isn't it?
Groundhog time.
Again, just walking up the corridor in Kilronan Castle. Richard rang me, so I don't think they're stopping for photos because of the weather. So I'm heading to the front door just to try and make sure I can try and capture the bride and groom as they arrive. Just as the bride and groom arrived, the heavens opened up, hail, thunder, lightning, the whole shebang, and so we had to get them in. So we got no shots outside. Richard's like a demon, he's ripping. Different setup from yesterday. Today they're going with the purple. Richard is...
It's been 2 days since I last got a good shot.
Richard is praying.
Lord Jesus, please let me get a good photo.
Lord Jesus.
Please let the photos be in focus.
Let them be in focus. Richard and Brian raiding the sweet trolley.
I knew it.
What do you have to say for yourselves?
Him.
He made me do it. The hotel staff are about to get their instructions from Lawrence, the man in charge. Brian is up shooting the guests. I've got all the lights set, the cameras are set for the speeches. Cleared up after all. Just trying to get a couple of outdoor shots with the bride and groom, and then we'll be heading in for dinner.
Then you let it go.
4 hours later and Richard is still wrapping the frame pictures. Band are just getting set up. These lads here with a magic mirror. It's great fun. Everybody seems to be enjoying themselves. It's nearly time for the first dance. Richard is just running a slideshow at the moment. As soon as the first dance is over, we're heading downstairs to set up for the disco for last night's wedding. Today's wedding, for me anyway, is nearly over. Great day, great couple, and looking forward to getting the edit done. Yeah, so Kilronan Castle is so big and it's so spaced out and kind of, you know, difficult to get around when you're carrying a load of gear. I've asked Richard to drop me down to the dungeon so as I can go get set up for the disco. My feet are killing me, killing me.
Is there mac and cheese in Leitrim?